Probably the same banner he hid behind in, well, most of them. 1 and 2.
Einstein, where'd you go now, boy?
That place was always a movie theater.
Young man! Excuse me, young man!
Who? Me?
You're the only man in the street, and I'm looking for a man in the street reaction. Naturally, you know about the explosion that destroyed this illegal gin establishment.
Nosy reporter.
I read about it, yeah.
What's your opinion of Carl Sagan, the stranger who single-handedly did what the law has been unable to do for 10 long years, namely, rid Hill Valley of the scourge of liquor?
How'd Doc get himself into...
Doc?
Doc is his nickname. I'm good friends with Carl.
You are? Really? Oh, but I need an unbiased opinion for my story. Pretend you don't know him. How would you feel about this heroic act of destruction?
There's gotta be some sort of mistake here. Carl wouldn't do something like that.
It's surprising the lengths a person will go to when it's a clear-cut matter of right and wrong. You've got an honest look about you. You do support the side of righteousness, I trust.
Sure.
You can mark me down as a supporter.
The young man said, flashing a boyish yet virile grin. Hill Valley needs more upstanding youths like yourself. Do you have a message for the vicious gangsters who still roam these streets, no doubt plotting to corrupt our citizens with another den of booze, sin, and debauchery?
Let's go around changing history again.
No, not really.
That's the spirit. Destroy them with indifference. If we refuse to patronize their establishments and glorify their wicked exploits, they'll soon be exposed for the pathetic wretches they are. May I get your name?
Yeah, it's...
Let's make one up. Let's go for...
Michael Corleone.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing your candid opinions, Mr. Corleone. Edna Strickland, Hill Valley Herald.
Oh, of course. What a twist.
I know. I met you back. I'm familiar with your work.
You read my column? How sweet! I know it's just an etiquette column, but I believe it'll lead to bigger and better... Oh!
Einstein, no. Down, boy.
Is this wretched creature yours? He assaulted me once before.
What's got into you?
Which is probably how I got
Aggressive
your
dogs
shoe.
must be kept on leash at all times. It's the law. Look it up.
She's been saying that
Doc,
for 50
I
years.
gotta find Doc.
He says, looking at the police station. Shark. Obviously a reference to Jaws.
Wow, looks like they used a real shark.
Which is what they also said about Jaws. I don't think there's anything else over here. Using arrow keys is much easier than mouse in some instances. Hold shift to run, hooray!
Hey, can I get some moose?
What does this look like? A hunting lodge?
Haircut and one bit. Oh, I get it, because they didn't have moose back in the day. They just had house since Mies.
I guess this is where the speakeasy burned down. How'd Doc ever get mixed up in that?
You gonna buy anything?
No.
Then get out, Bob.
Not hiring, of course, a reference to the Great Depression. Of course.
Gale, Zemeckis, and Fine. Attorneys at law. No solicitors.
That's a reference to Bob Gale and Robert Zemeckis, the two creators of Back to the Future. I'm not sure what Fine's about. We might figure out later, though.
Lamont's House of Ermine. I guess there's not much call for fur coats in the middle of the Depression, especially in June. Majestic Arms. Transients welcome. I'm not so sure I want to stay in a place that welcomes transients.
Wow. Oh, it's a Bank of
Bank of Italy?
That looks familiar.
McFly!
Oh, this is all familiar.
Kid! Grandpa?
That's Mr. Tannen to you, Artie. What are you doing out here?
Well, I was getting kind of hungry, so I figured I'd come down here for some free soup.
Just thought I'd come down for some soup. Think, McFly. The DA's throwing around subpoenas like Babe Ruth.
I don't think Ruth's a pitcher anymore.
Shut it. If one of those subpoenas landed in the hands of my number cruncher, I'd be in a whole lot of trouble. I could even get sent up the river. You wouldn't want that, would you?
Well,
Would you?
No, of course not, kid.
All right. That's better. What are you looking at, punk? Keep your eyes on the soup, kid. Well,
Well, what?
what are you still doing here?
Sorry, kid. I'll just run back to the safe house.
You do that. And McFly,
Yes?
that hat's too flashy. You better let me hold on to it. Now scram!
You got it, boss.
push
Don't
over.
come out until I give you the all clear.
Of course, he has
I
a gun.
swear, if even one of you mooks could add 2 + 2 without your fingers, I'd dump that wimp into the lake. Hey, anyway, I'm off to make myself irresistible. Don't let anyone burn down the shop while I'm gone.
Burn down the shop. It's as if he owned both places.
Okay. Hey, never mind.
There's tables
What are
over
those
there.
tables for?
We keep a few extra tables around for our end of the month hobo soirees.
Maybe I should go to the jail and talk to Doc before I start dialing random people in 1931. I better not talk to him. I don't want to mess up his timeline.
Yes, because being there alone